One of the most exhilarating feeling that one can get as a pool player is when you're playing in the arena or you're playing in the public, you're playing with your friends, you're facing various types of players of various skill level. And when it's time for you to get in the zone, in the moment, you've got to just let the moment take over. Now you can see that I'm traditionally not this way in practice, but once you're in the moment, you want to take advantage of this. And so I'm going to be sharing two contrasting racks here where I just kind of let the subconscious take over for me to deliver what it is that I've been practicing during my practice sessions. Now this is the 10 ball rack here, and I'm starting off with a really nice powerful break there, getting a good spread on the ball, but unfortunately though I do not have an opening shot here on the one. Now the skill level player that I'm playing with, he's about a B- level player, somewhat of a casual type player, doesn't play a lot, but he has a little knowledge. And so one of the best things that I can actually, you can see me dancing in the background here, just feeding myself, just taking advantage of the moment. This is the best part of pool, when you let your subconscious take over. Now here I have a pot here on the one. My opponent kind of leaked the shot here on the one, and that was a really nice controlled jaw shot there. Little bit tricky because I got a little knock off the side nipple there, so I'm slightly out of position, but I'm gonna go for the thin cut here, and that was a really nice shot. That in fact I use a technique for that particular cut shot there. Really tricky one, but you can see that I'm in the moment here, sliding and gliding around the table. This is traditionally not the way how professionals play, but this is when you're in the moment and you're just letting the subconscious take over for you to execute here. Now got a nice little combination there from the 4-5. Now I'm on the 4 here, I'm just spinning the cue ball, coming around to leave me with a nice natural angle to take me down for the 7. But here is where sometimes you cannot, when you're in the moment, you've still got to have self-control, still have to have awareness. And notice how I'm just moving fast around the table. I'm not really using any pre-shot routine. I'm just finding the line of the shot, finding the potting angle, finding the aiming point, and going down and shoot. Here I definitely overdone the shot here a little bit, trying to be a little bit too fancy, using too much spin. That was completely unnecessary because I'm in the moment. And I know that my opponent here, sometimes, most of the times when I'm playing with certain level players, they don't tend to capitalize. Now I fortuitously got a bit lucky here by leaving him with a tough pot here on the 7, not very makeable, so he's probably going to go for some sort of safety here. So what I've done here is that based on how I'm approaching the game, I'm approaching the game with no fear. I'm really putting my opponent in a what is called a defensive mode here, while I'm still in attack mode. I'm just relentlessly attacking my opponent once it is that I'm in this stage here. And so you can see as I'm going through the remaining balls here, once I get an opportunity, I mean I did get lucky in this rack, but once I get an opportunity, we're gonna definitely capitalize and just let the moment take over. You can see I'm just dancing and having a little bit of fun there. Now this is not routine, this is not something that I'm encouraging you guys to do. I'm just obviously sharing a moment where understanding that when you begin to get your game into what is called the subconscious mode, where everything just naturally happens without you have to be calculating or deliberating whether to use right spin or left spin or no spin. The moment you get into that phase is the moment you're going to start really feeling yourself. Now jumping into rack number 2 here, I'm playing with another opponent, and it's a player that you've seen here quite a bit on the channel. His name is Kevron Campbell, and nice break off there by Kevron. It is in the same evening that I played that previous rack here. I was playing this one as well. Kevron did a break off here, but he didn't get a good look on the 1. The 1 ball is tucked up behind the 2 on the left rail. So more than likely what you're going to be seeing happening here is that Kevron is most likely going to be trying to go for some sort of push out here. Now, where is Kevron going to be pushing out? He's obviously, and this is a part of the game that I also find that has a lot of knowledge. You need a lot of knowledge to really excel at this part of the game, because the push out, for those who don't know what this is, This is where the player strategically places the cue ball anywhere on the table to leave your opponent with either a kick or a very difficult bank here. Now, Kevron slightly overruled his push out here. In fact, pardon me, it wasn't the one ball that wasn't down. It was actually, well, he got the one ball down, but he tried to push out on the two ball, which was tucked up behind the four. So that yellow ball there is actually the 9 ball as opposed to the 1 ball. Now, Kevron slightly leak a shot here, bounce out a bit too fast and leaving me with a slight opening here on the 2. And so all I need is just a chance to really capitalize here. That's a really nice shot there in between the 7 and the 4, potting this shot here. And now I have a pretty good look here on the 3. Now, I was definitely trying to stun and hold it a little bit closer. So it's a tricky shot that I have here. I don't think the 3 passes the 8. I'm having a look, but I'm not sure if I'm going to go defense because there's a really strong defensive shot that I can play here. But it looks like I'm in attack mode here. Maybe squeeze this past the 8 and I can stun out and come back out for the 4. Oh, that was really nice. Really nice shot there. But on overrule that shot, didn't get a good look on the 4. Now again, I'm in some trouble here. But once you have knowledge, once you put in the work, there are certain things that, there are certain skill set that players, or there are certain rocks that players might find themselves in, and they might say that this is a tough out. I'm pretty much have to be on the defense at the moment, but I have so many different types of systems that I've practiced over the years of myself dedicating myself to 9 ball and 10 ball especially. But I've really invested a lot of time in the kicking, and you can see I'm using some sort of trapezium kick system there. If you want to know how to really utilize this kick system, check the link that is pinned in the description box below to my secret kick shots, and you'll be able to do stuff like that. So that was a brilliant shot there by Apex here to really get himself out of that unfortunate hook. Now here I'm looking once again, I'm moving from a bad situation, and I'm in a pocket the 4 ball, but I'm still left a bit tough here on the 5. And now I have to try to construct some sort of kick. Now this is something that I've seen the pros do a lot, especially Joshua Filler. He really has this shot down, this kick and stick. And that's what I was trying to really play on this table here. Trying to kick and stick the cue ball, holding it somewhere near to where the 3 ball is at the moment. Pardon me, the 5 ball is at the moment, and getting the 5 ball down table. But I definitely did not get the proper incoming angle there. I hit it full, but it seemed as if it had a lot of top spin on it, which, as I said, had I just kept the cue ball where that 5 was, this would have been a perfect safety. But again, as I said, it's all a part of the learning process. When you're in the moment, you're required to do everything at a faster pace, and it definitely requires confidence, and it requires, most importantly, the knowledge of what to do. Now, it didn't work out for me here, so Kevron has a chance to come back to the table and to capitalize here, and he pots the 5, nicely controlled there, holding the angle for the 6 to transition for the 7. Now he has 2 options here. He can actually come 2 rails with a nice control speed for the 7 in the side, because the 7 doesn't go into the top left. So it's either it's going to come 2 rail in sharp, or it's going to come in long and try to go under the 7 for the 7 to be putted into this bottom left, right down here at the side of the screen. He decided to play soft, and I'm not certain if that was his intent. I think maybe he was trying to play for the side, but he didn't get enough stun, or he didn't follow the tangent line as cleanly as he wanted to. So he falls a little short here, and now he has a slight awkward cut here on the 7. Now it's not a difficult shot, but like I said, sometimes when you're not familiar with a certain type of shot, you sometimes tend to overdo it like that. And that was a really good attempt there by Kevron, but it wobbled in the pocket. And pretty much this is all that you need in a rock. Sometimes you've got to have that fight within you, have that belief that your opponent, once they mess up, you've got to be able to, or you've got to stay prepared to capitalize on that opportunity there. Nice pocket on the 7 there. That was a pocket hanger from the 7, coming nicely into position for the 8. Definitely wanted it to be a little bit more straight, because now I have an angle and I'm gonna have to go a couple of cushions here to really dig in and try to come around the 10 ball for position on the 9. Now I've got to be careful of my speed here, because I don't want to roll too far. That's nice. That's pretty good. Would have definitely loved to have a flatter angle so it's easier to come up for the 10, but this is just as good. This somewhat of a 45. This is perhaps like about a 35-degree cut, or maybe close to 45-degree cut, stunning across, coming into the side rail and coming into the line for the 10. Now I'm a little bit sharp on the angle here, and if you remember that shot that I had played where I kind of cinched the shot, you've got to take your time when you're stroking shots like these. And so just a nice smooth stroke there, coming around nicely, couple of cushions to end this rock. So 2 contrasting rocks where, had to dig deep and try to fight. But that's a part of the game, guys. I hope you enjoyed that very entertaining rock there, and I hope you learned something from it. And I'll see you in the next tutorial video. Until next time, keep on practicing with consistency, precision, accuracy, and control. Take care. Until then, bye-bye.